I'm T. Leon Ridgway at Ridgway Funeral Home, and you're watching Good Day Paris.
Yes, it's me. I'm back. And please welcome to the show. I'm sorry, before I get there, Terry's got the night off. She's got a lot of work to do around the house, getting ready for Shabbat and everything, and Passover and Easter. So it's just me and Dan. Welcome to the show, our friend Dan Knowles.
Man, it is so good to be here, Kevin.
I'm so glad you could make it.
I'm glad I could too. I won't kiss you like I would your wife.
Hey now.
Well,
I guess I wasn't here for those shows.
Oh my goodness! I'll tell you what. This is such a privilege to be here.
It is.
And
it's a privilege to be here with you too. First time solo.
Well,
and having you guys here with us.
Yeah, and if he'd left me on here by myself, it'd have really been solo then. He'd had to turn the volume so low. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, this is really good.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to it.
Are you? Well,
We're
good.
gonna have a good night. We got a lot in store. Don't go anywhere.
Yes, we do. We got Miss Rose over there. Hey, Rose, how are you?
Shh, that's a secret.
Is that a secret?
That's a secret, yeah.
Oh,
well,
you folks didn't hear that, did you?
So what do you got there? This is one of your homemade guitars? Homemade, but that's by Craftsman.
This is a banjo whose name is Pharaoh. And I've had Pharaoh, I built Pharaoh about 25 years ago.
That inlay is just amazing.
Well, thank you.
I guess that's a Pharaoh right there. And
Actually, this one right here, when I built it, before I built it, I should say, I had an apprentice working for me, and he would, we'd talk and everything, and one day I told him, I said, man, I've got to build me something that really shows off my inlay work. And I said, but I have no ideas what to do. And he said...
Don't take this the wrong way.
What's that?
But it doesn't look like it's just handmade, like by you in Paris, Tennessee. It looks too good, and it's a high compliment.
Well, thank you,
If this
Kevin.
is for sale, this would got to be like $20,000 or more.
This is not for sale.
If it were.
If it was, I don't even want to have to figure it. But anyway, my apprentice, Mike, he said, well, Dan, he said, you love this. You love this.
The strap is hitting the microphone.
We'll pull it out like that. He said, you love this Egyptian art and stuff like that. He says, why don't you make an Egyptian banjo? And I've never told him this, so maybe doing this on the air is not a good idea. But I told him, I thought, that's the stupidest idea I've ever heard. About a week later, I was building an Egyptian banjo, and it has Egyptian stuff all over it. In fact, it's got lotus flowers on the side there. I don't know if y'all can see that or not. And the funniest part was I had the neck finished. I hadn't put the finish on it yet. And somebody came in my shop and they said, where's the Anka, which is the symbol of life from
the Ankh, yeah.
The Ankh. And so I put it here on the back of the peg head.
Right up here.
Because that was the only place left.
Oh, no. Did it get dinked?
No, it's fine.
Oh, I thought it got a dink.
It may have
We don't
some
want to
dings.
get a dink.
It gets dinged
It's too
every
pretty
so
to
often.
get dinked on.
Well, it's been on the road for the last 25 plus years, so it...
Speaking of being on the road, you got a show coming up. He has a show coming up, and if you didn't buy your tickets yet, sorry, you're out of luck. Sold
Really?
out, right? You didn't
So I
sell
can't
out?
go to my own show?
You can't go to your own
I ain't
show.
got a ticket yet.
That was the whole purpose of tonight's show, is to promote to Dan's show coming up, but it's already sold out. So we're just going to share the evening. He's going to show you what you're going to miss if you didn't buy the tickets, and he's going to give you a little bit of a taste if you did buy the tickets.
Yes, and we're looking forward to it. It's going to be in the lunchroom down here at Paris Academy for the Arts, the Ray Harding lunchroom.
Ooh.
We got to call it correctly. And we're going to have myself along with Eddie Coffey, who's played bass with me for literally years and years and years. And Then we'll have Mark McWhorter, who was the original guitar player for my band, the Hot Band, that I used to have years ago. And Mark traveled with me off and on for 20 plus years, and Eddie's been with me for about the last 15. And so we're going to be doing the basic part of the show. And then we'll have Gideon Shepherd, who, if you saw his mother's proud post from the other day, actually, I think today's Gideon's birthday. Happy birthday, Gideon! Happy birthday to you. Anyway.
That's a good biblical name, Gideon.
Gideon, that's right. Well, he turned 18, and he is, as far as banjo students that I've ever had, he's the pride of the crop.
Was he the one you were telling me about that won all the awards?
Yes.
Yeah, he's amazing.
He really is, and he's gotten even more amazing since the last time you saw him.
Will he be at that show then? That's
He will be at the show.
Fantastic.
And he's going to come out and play a song that I wrote called The Infinity Rag.
Awesome.
That he plays it so well that I've quit playing it completely. You couldn't even ask me to play it, and I wouldn't play it because he plays the fool out of that thing. We played it the other night with the Madrigals. He did
at the K-Pac?
At the K-Pac, and he got a. I'd like to lie and say he got a standing ovation, but I think he got a sitting ovation out of it.
That's just as good.
Yeah, they were comfortable and they didn't want to get up. But they really, really cheered him. He did such a wonderful job. I was so proud of him. But
you taught him, right?
I did.
So
yeah.
good.
Actually, about a year ago, I told him, I said, Gideon, I'm quitting as your teacher. I'm not going to teach you ever again. And he looked at me really funny. He said, well, what are you going to do then? I said, I'm going to be your coach from now on. I said, you're at the point where you don't need a teacher, you need a coach. And
well, folks, if anyone wants to learn how to play banjo, he's the man right here, Dan Knowles.
Well, thank you.
You're welcome.
I appreciate that.
The plug.
Yeah, well, just for that.
Just for that. Before we say hello to Sammy, I also want to talk about some other things. Because
Okay.
Sammy's going to be joining us too, right?
I sure hope so. I hope Sammy's on the line by the time we get to that point.
Yeah.
He is a phenomenal entertainer, great piano player, great singer, and he came from this area. In fact, he was raised up, I believe, over on Whitehall Circle.
Where's that at?
It's here in town. It's just,
Okay.
It's a little ways. I'll take you over
I've
there
only been here
sometime.
5 years, so I'm still learning some of the inner roads.
But Sammy did a show a year or so ago for the school here, and it's just a wonderful cabaret show. He's a entertainer who has worked most of his career on cruise ships, which I've done.
You've done that
just
too?
basically the same thing except on cruise boats. And
Good, respectful work if you can get it.
it's a wonderful job if you can get it. It's not an easy job to get, and I just happened to luck into it, and someday I'll tell you the whole story.
I wish I could hitch along one day, or a week, whatever you're out there for a week. So give a sample of what you might be playing.
Oh, goodness.
Doesn't have to be a whole song.
I'll tell you what, I may just do a medley of my hits. Is that okay?
All right. Ready, and go.
Thank you much. This is actually a hit that I had in France. I don't know if I've ever told you this, but this song back in 1998 went to number 4 on the French country
You
charts.
did tell me that.
We knocked old Garth Brooks with his Friends in Low Places out. And Garth hasn't talked to me since. He never talked to me before either.
I can listen to you play all day long.
I'm going away, said that young man to his lover. I'm going away across this country. I must go. But in the spring when those dogwoods bloom in Dixie, my heart once more will call me home. Will you come back before the dogwoods bloom in Dixie? Will you return before the petals touch the ground? You return in the spring anticipating. When the dogwoods bloom in Dixie, my love will be found.
That's amazing.
Yeah, that's one of them right there. We'll probably do some old time stuff. Get Eddie to sing some, get Mark to sing some. Both of them have wonderful voices, and they're going to sing. So we've got some 3-part harmony.
I can listen to your stuff all day long, and I have 2 of his CDs that I have in my boombox that I have on my back porch, and I play them when I'm working in the yard. And Dan's my neighbor, so I'm sure he hears himself playing and singing, because I have it cranked up while I'm mowing the grass or.
Yes, I've heard that.
Yes,
I have heard that.
It's so entertaining and so soothing. I can listen to it all day long.
Oh my goodness! Well, thank you so much. I've always considered that really special.
I love it.
Yep.
But before we go to talk to Sammy, I also want to talk about how you won Best of Show on the art show.
Oh, okay. Yeah. I have, over the last few years, actually, I have studied a type of painting called egg tempera. And it's a type of painting that hasn't been done much for the last 400 or 500 years. You'll find people, modern painters like Andrew Wyeth, who have still done it. Mm-hmm. But when I got interested in the idea of doing egg tempera, I'd go to art colleges and places, and I'd say, how do you do this thing? Do you know anybody that does? No, we don't know anybody stupid enough to do that. Well, I wanted to do it. And so I found a book, studied it up, and I started into it. And I've done a bunch of egg tempera painting now the last few months.
Say it again, what's it called?
Egg tempera.
Not Ed, like Edward.
No, it's like egg. What you do, if you're all ready for this, now this is a cooking show. Anyway, what you do is you take an egg and you separate out the egg yolk. Mm-hmm. Now, you can't use like a store-bought egg, because the store-bought eggs, usually they're a little bit old. And the sac that goes around the egg yolk will break when you work with it.
Okay.
And you don't want it to break till you're ready. So you want a fresh egg. I mean, just as fresh as they come. And we've got chickens in the backyard. And so anyway, I'll go out and get me an egg, and then I'll separate the egg yolk out. Mm-hmm. And then you take that egg yolk, you mix a little bit of water, a little bit of rubbing alcohol into it. And then you take that and you mix it with dry pigments. Now, these pigments usually come from things like the ground. Okay. They're natural pigments.
Not pigs.
No, not pigments. The pigs didn't mean that. But anyway, you'll take, like lapis lazuli is the blue color, mm-hmm. and that comes from Afghanistan. A lot of the earth tones come from Italy, mm-hmm. and these are ground minerals and things like that have a lot of color in them. You mix them together and you paint them, and it takes a very special type of technique to do. And so when I started doing it, I painted just a bunch of pictures and a lot of practices to see how it was going to work. But then I had seen a number of years ago a painting of Edward VI of England when he was a boy, that was painted for him by the court portrait artist. And one of the things during the Renaissance that was just so cool, that if you really wanted to show out your abilities as a painter, you did an elongated portrait.
Elongated, yes.
And it's where you took and you fooled with the perspective of the whole thing. Mm-hmm. And so that's what I did with this painting that I put into the Paris Henry County.
Self-portrait, right?
It's a self-portrait.
Scott, let's pull that one up. Let's see that his.
Oh, good! You'll save me from having. There it is, right there.
Best of Show.
Yes.
Why did you make yourself look so old? You're almost like.
Do I have to tell them how old I actually am?
No.
I'm 92 this year. I know you don't believe me, but I tell people that all the. Rose doesn't even believe me, do you? No, I mean actually, it's the type of strokes when you're painting it, because
Willie Nelson. That's what I'm trying to think.
like
of.
Willie.
Can you put that back?
Well,
up,
that's
Scott? There you go. I don't know. I see that. I see Willie Nelson. No disrespect.
That's really a compliment,
Yes.
actually. Yeah, but no, it turned out like that because the way you have to apply the paint.
Now, how did you figure out how to do that? You see where it says viewer? Scott, can you roll that footage? There we go. So that's like looking straight on.
That's looking straight on there.
And it does not look like you. It's like a French, what's the word I'm looking for? Impressionist version of you.
It's very impressionist.
How did you know to have a viewer on? Did you do research on that, or how?
Oh, yes. The painting of Edward VI, they didn't know what was wrong with it for years.
Oh.
Because they didn't know that they were supposed to look at it from the side.
Is there a special lens in there? Or is that just?
No, it's just an opening. It's just an opening.
And then there you are.
And and I built that.
There's the Dan we all know and love.
And well, bless you, my child. Anyway, I put that on the thing so that people would know to go and look at it. Mm-hmm. And the fun part about it is being there watching people look at this thing. And they'll stand there and they'll look at it. And sometimes they'll look and see the viewer and they'll go, "Viewer, what's that for?" And I saw one person that walked up to it and they looked at it's wood on the front of it because it's all made out of ebony.
Yeah.
And they looked at it right there, just right at the face of it. And I said, no, go around and look in the side of the viewer so that you can actually see.
Now, is that Ed pigment thing you were just describing?
That's all egg tempera.
Can you put that picture back up on me one more time, Scott? I'm just blown away by the technique. There it is. That's done with egg whites?
Egg yolks. Egg yolks.
I was only yolking.
I was not yoking about that either.
So it's egg yolks and...
Egg yolks, pigment,
and
water. The pigment...
And you got the blue from lapis?
That's lapis lazuli there.
What did you do, grind up lapis stone?
It's already ground.
Oh, it's already
when
ground.
I get it, yeah. But that's what the blue is. That
is just freaking amazing.
If you see paintings of like the kings and folks like that back in the Renaissance era,
yeah,
and you see this blue that's just really intense. In fact, if you see religious paintings, a lot of times when they show the Virgin Mary,
right,
she'll be dressed in blue, and they saved it for her because it was the most expensive pigment during that time, and to this date. Oh, I'm trying to think. An ounce of it it's probably about $150 an ounce, something like that, for ground lapis. And I'm using grams. And it uses very little
And how did you
pigment.
get the skin tones?
I grabbed me some...
I don't want to give away your secrets.
I just use different colors.
Different colors.
Yeah, it's...
And that blue is very much like the lapis here.
That is lapis.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, congratulations. Best of show.
Thank you very much.
Well deserved. It's
I appreciate
an
that.
incredible picture.
That was a lot of fun.
What do you think? We bring in Sammy now?
I think we ought to. I hope Sammy's there.
I hope Sammy's there too. Sammy, are you on the line with us?
I could be.
He could be.
I got to introduce this guy right here. He's one of my best friends. He lives in New York City, and he knows everybody that's anybody. He even knows me. And now he's going to know Kevin Keel, which makes him even better.
I don't know about
Hey,
that.
Kevin.
How you doing, Mr. Sammy? Glad to have you on.
I'm doing well. I would have rather said hello, Terry, but hey, you get what you can get.
Hey, I know. I'm second rate. Well, second banana.
Well, it's good to meet you.
Likewise. We got a picture of you on screen right now, you and Dan. I guess this was a few years ago. Dan, unless that was when you shaved or something. Or
Well, that was just last week, wasn't it? My hair grows really fast. Actually, we're going to do some stuff together that night, aren't we, Sammy?
Yeah, we got a couple of duets planned.
I'm so looking forward to doing that with you.
That's Friday,
gonna be a
April
hoot.
18th at 7 p.m. here at the Paris Academy for the Arts.
That's right.
Yes.
Well, what
And
are
this will be the
Go ahead, I'm sorry.
this will be the first time in forever that I've actually sung with someone else as a duet, and that's going to be a ball because my early days I did a lot of quartet work and group work and stuff, but I've been solo for so many years I don't have a chance, and so this will be fun to team up.
Well, I am looking forward to it, Sam.
There he is. Sammy Goldstein is on the phone.
That's right. Oh, you
There
got
he is.
another. You got a younger picture of Sammy there too. Oh, Sammy. You'd be proud of that one there. You've shaved your face and your hair's not messed up.
Oh boy, that must have been when I was a kid. Okay.
So neither one of you will look quite like those pictures we've been sharing with you.
No, we're going to look exactly like those pictures. Well, there won't be a bit
sure.
of difference.
Yeah, I wish you guys could do a duet over the phone and live. That would be awesome. I don't think we didn't try that.
It would be fun, but yeah, I'm going to have to rain check on that for safety reasons.
Next time we'll do that, right, Sammy?
Yeah. But
Now, Sammy, I don't know if I was correct in this or not, but do I remember right that you were raised up over on Whitehall Circle?
exactly. I was born at Henry County General Hospital, as it was called at the time, and my parents, the year before I was born, they built a house in Whitehall Circle, right between the Weatherlys and the Leaches, and one house down was David Travis and his mother. So I was in a real great group of Baker Kendall, Kathy Collickett was down the street. It was a great circle to grow up on.
Did you ever think that you were being raised up with a future mayor?
2 future mayors, Kathy and David.
That's right. That's right.
Yeah, my street did good.
And so now you're our representative to New York City. That's wonderful. You along with Cherry Jones.
Who?
Cherry Jones.
Yeah.
Who? That reminds me of an interview that I saw with Bob Dylan here on 60 Minutes. And he was talking about how people would come up to him and they'd say, "Are you that guy?"
Good.
You know, I've been hoping for the day that would happen to me. But you know, so far nobody walks up and says, "Are you that guy?" Unless they're saying, "Are you that guy that owes me that $100 bill?"
Right. Well, but we moved out into the country when I was about 6 years old by the country club, and my parents built a house out there, and so I was around Paris, but yeah, I grew up there.
Wow. Paris has really been, in Henry County and this whole area, is just ripe with musical talent.
It has been.
Like the other night on the Rutherford show, we had T.R. Crooks. They're from the area.
Bobby Jones, the great gospel singer.
Yeah.
Right.
Keith Lancaster, the a cappella guy.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, loads of people like that. Used to be Hank Jr. was around here. I don't know if he is anymore.
I believe he is still here somewhere.
Is he?
Yeah. There's Hank Jr. sightings. Like Bigfoot sightings. Like Bigfoot sightings.
Bigfoot sightings.
We're not sure if it's him. It's kind of blurry.
Yeah. Well, Sammy, you have worked for literally years and years on ocean-going cruise ships, haven't you?
Yeah, I from 1982 to about 2006, I worked for several different cruise lines and just hopped around between them. And then in 2006, one of those lines, Princess Cruises, I went full-time with and stayed with them full-time until the lockdown. And so a lot of great years and get to see the world and, 3 or 4 ships a year, just all 7 continents. It was amazing with the opportunities.
So you've sailed around the whole world?
The whole world, and twice and 3 times. I mean, in 30-something, almost 40 years, yeah, just everywhere multiple times, including with the penguins in Antarctica.
That impresses the heck out of me right there. That really
love
does.
the
That's
music.
something.
Did you guys ever work the Love Boat? I'm just curious.
They're all the Love
They're all
Boat.
the
Don't
Love
you
Boat.
know that?
Well, actually, Princess Cruises, the Pacific Princess, that was the original Love Boat.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, so we were, and Gavin McLeod and the whole cast from the TV series, they'd come onto our ships once in a while and do special events. So
How
yeah,
awesome is
Princess
that? That must have been amazing.
It was. Now, I was never on a ship where they came on, where
Oh, okay.
the cast came on. I always was on another ship, so I always missed them, but it was always quite a spectacle when they did come on.
Oh, I bet it was. People probably walked up to him and said, "Are you that guy?"
Yeah. But it was because of that TV series that I wanted to work on cruise ships.
You guys
That was
should
my
do
inspiration.
your own version of the Love Boat.
Of the Love Boat?
Yeah. Work it up for the night of your special
Well,
concert.
we'll do it our next time we come and do this.
There you go. Yes,
Yeah.
right here on the
Yeah,
show.
we've got to work on that a while, don't we, Sammy?
Yeah, rehearsal.
So how long have you been in
but
the
I-
business then, totally? You know, like when did
How
you
long
break
what?
in? How long have you been in the business? When did you break in?
Oh, my first professional job, I was 1977. I moved to L.A., Los Angeles, right out of college. And within a couple of weeks, I got my first piano bar and never stopped.
Fantastic. What genre of music were you playing at the piano bar?
A lot of show tunes, Broadway, Rat Pack, and then the Gershwin, Cole Porter, Irving Berlin, the classic standards, Nat King Cole, just all that. But I also got into 50s rock and roll and 70s pop and quite a variety. But those are my main focuses.
You still do quite a bit of the, like Sinatra, that style of thing, don't you?
Well, I do all that. I'd still do lots of Broadway, Gershwin, Cole Porter, Sinatra.
Any Dean
As a matter of
Martin?
fact, do I what?
Any Dean Martin?
No, he's going to be sober that night.
Oh, Dean Martin. I've done him at past shows in Paris. I might quote a few of his famous lines.
Yeah.
Yeah, his infamous little quips. But in this show, I've got stuff ranging from Nat King Cole to Johnny Mathis, Barry Manilow. But then I've also got a couple of comedy songs and some Broadway. It's going to be quite a variety as usual.
That's going to be an incredible show. I'm sorry I'm going to have to miss it. I already had a previous engagement.
I told you not to
Okay.
get engaged.
Yeah.
Well, Sammy, I am so looking forward to working with you on the 18th and beforehand and afterwards and all of that. And it's going to be a big time had by everybody.
Oh, it's going to definitely be a big night there, and I'm so glad we've got what looks like a full house. And I just hope that if anyone didn't get a ticket yet, they find someone who's got an extra ticket somewhere. Call around and ask friends if anyone's got an extra ticket or can't go or something.
Sammy,
hopefully
do you have your ticket yet?
No, I don't. So I
Oh,
wouldn't
no.
be able to go
I don't
either.
either. I just realized that today.
Oh, we're in trouble now, folks.
Well, I'll sneak in.
We'll sneak in the stage door.
Yeah, they won't
Walk
notice.
in backwards.
There you go.
I heard it works. I've never tried it, but I heard it works.
Lord.
But afterwards, if it goes real well, you guys have to come and play together on Good Day Paris. Will you come on the show with us?
Sure.
I
All
think
right.
that'd be fun to do.
That would be a lot of fun.
That'd be fun to
Put you
do.
on my music set over here.
Yeah.
That would be awesome.
I'll be in town for a couple weeks after that, so yeah.
Oh, really? Well,
Uh-oh,
I'm
we're in
saying-
trouble now, Sammy.
I'm going to hold you to it.
Uh-oh.
I'm going to hold you to it.
I'm going to be there through all of Fish Fry and even over into the beginning of the Strawberry Festival in Humboldt. So I'm staying over for all that.
Because I'm sure there are a lot of people that wish they had tickets, but they couldn't get it because they're sold out. So you're going to have to tune back into Good Day Paris, check on our calendar when they're going to play, and just come and do a song or two. Doesn't have to be a big concert, just a
We maybe can figure something out.
noodle a couple songs
Yeah.
together.
Yeah, sure.
That would be awesome.
Yeah.
It would be blessed.
Okay. You have a date. You have a date.
Sammy, Sal, thank you so much for joining us tonight and being a part of the
My,
show.
my pleasure. And it's good to meet you over the phone. And I will look forward to seeing you in the studio later.
Likewise.
And I'll look forward to seeing you next week.
Okay. Thanks for the warning.
We'll try to find a ticket for you so that you can get into the show.
Yeah.
I might have to grease
Anyway,
some hands a little bit to try to get you in the back door, but I'll see what I can do.
Well, so I'll sign off with y'all, and y'all continue on, and I'll see y'all later.
Look forward to it. You have a good evening.
Have a good day, Sammy.
I will. Bye, y'all.
Bye-bye now.
Bye.
Well, that was fun.
It was fun. He's a great guy.
Well, I guess he hung up.
I guess he did.
So, anything else you want to add before we take a quick break?
Well, let's go ahead and go to a break. That'd
We'll
be
take a
fine with
quick
me.
break.
I think that'd be good.
All right.
I don't know why we take breaks.
Well, we got to pay the bills.
Was that it?
Yeah, yeah.
Okay, so the creditor's outside the door.
Studio time's not free. Studio time's not free. Thank you for our sponsors that you're going to see during this break. So please be sure to, if you see our sponsors, to thank them as well.
That's right.
So we're going to take a break. Rose, you're up next.
Hi, I'm Carl Anderson, Director of Real Hope Youth Center. Did you know that according to the Federal Bureau of Statistics, suicide is the number 2 cause of death for youth ages 10 to 19? Our youth need our help. This is why we have an after-school enrichment program for children. And this is why it is my vision to build a full-service youth center for all youth in Paris and Henry County. Our youth need our help, and I need your help. Help me build this youth center for the young people of Paris and Henry County. Thank you.
Hey everyone, this is Jeremy Buckaloo reminding you to tune in to Sportscast with Jeremy Buckaloo live every Sunday night at 7:30 here from the Brewer Street Mafia Studios.
Good Day Paris is being brought to you in part by Paris Fire and Industrial Safety.
When safety matters most, trust Paris Fire and Industrial Safety. From fire extinguisher inspections and safety equipment to compliance solutions, we're your local partners in protection.
Family owned and serving West Tennessee for over 10 years, we keep your business, employees, and property safe. Paris Fire and Industrial Safety, protecting what matters most. Call us today at 731-336-7231. That's 731-336-7231.
Be sure to check out gooddayparis.com to find our show picks. And look at me, I'm on the page now as a host. I've made the transition now that Scott is our technical director.
Dang, that's all right, isn't it?
That is all right. I hope it's okay. So on the next page, yep, there's our show picks and from our last couple shows. We have the Facebook feed on there as well. We've got the community calendar of events. So you can actually put stuff on that calendar if you want people to know about it. It's free. And then go to myparistv.com to find Good Day Paris, Tennessee Informer, the Mike Weatherford Show, and the new Sportscast with Jeremy Buckaloo. You can link directly to it. Yeah. And also gooddayparistn@gmail.com. Send us any information like guest suggestions, so forth, and what you'd like to see on the show. Sign up for the newsletter at myparistv.com so that you can stay up to date on what's coming up on the next show. Now, coming up at the Kreider Center on Saturday, April 12th, is the second annual Miss Eiffel Tower pageant. And you can see on screen there's several different pageants throughout the day. Admission's only $5 at the door, and it's a very heartwarming event.
I bet it is.
It is, yeah.
Yes.
And then also, the World Turning Band is a tribute to Fleetwood Mac, Saturday, April 19th.
Well,
that's the day after your show.
It is.
And there's still
they had
tickets.
to change their date. They didn't want to compete with us.
Oh, that's what it was. Now, Rhonda tells me that they are amazing. I have not seen them, but Rhonda swears that you close your eyes and you're listening to Fleetwood Mac.
Really?
Guys, you've got to go see this. Don't tell anybody, but today I just bought 2 tickets for Terry and I. So we'll be there, front and center. Hopefully see you there, Terry and I. We're looking forward to this. She loves Fleetwood Mac.
Oh, yeah.
And I love them too. And we're starting up with Fish Fry Week there on screen. You see a lot of different things coming up. Let's see, we've got on the 19th, we've got the Hush Puppy Dash, the Car and Bike Show, Demolition Derby, and other events. So be sure to get involved because it's what keeps our little town special. You know, the fish fry, it's so special. And I'm looking forward to the concerts and, of course, the parade.
And the fish. At
And
fish
the
tent.
fish, of course.
My goodness.
The fish.
All that great catfish.
That goes without saying.
Oh, my goodness. It's worth waiting for.
Yeah, we were there last year. Now, coming up Monday, April 14th, on the Tennessee Informer, we have a special guest, is Jeffrey Atticott from St. Mary University in Texas. And he's going to be talking about the things that were going on between Lincoln and Davis just before that first shot that got fired at Fort Sumter. Because there was a lot of provoking going on, a lot of pushing and prodding. Who's going to take that first shot? Now, Jeffrey Atticott is a brilliant man. He was on the show before. And I think this is going to be really, really interesting. Find us you can find the show. Just go to myparistv.com. That's the hub. You can find Weatherford, Good Day Paris, Tennessee Informer, Sportscast, and you can link to it there. You can watch it on Facebook. You can watch it on YouTube. So that's going to be a great show.
I used to work with a guy named Bertram Davis from Vicksburg, Mississippi, who is the great-grandson or great-great-grandson of Jefferson Davis.
Wow.
It's funny. He's a short man, but if you just look at him and imagine a goatee hanging off his chin, it looks like Davis.
Wow.
From pictures I've seen of the man, it's really wild how the genetics work like that, because he really is a spitting image. Other than the fact that Jefferson Davis was like Abraham Lincoln, he was like 6'3", 6'4".
Very tall man.
Very tall man.
But he had a kind of a small face.
Very thin.
Very thin. Because I went down to the Confederate Museum and I saw his death mask. Spooky. It's real spooky. His death, after I guess they put plaster on him or something like that. And it's like his eyes could just open up and immediately and you could talk to him. But very small face for a tall man.
That's interesting.
Mm-hmm.
That's interesting. He, can I tell you one quick story?
Sure.
Okay.
Go back to the other slide if you can. So if we're talking about,
Down
there
in
it is.
Vicksburg, Mississippi, there at the old courthouse that they've got, because there's two courthouses there, but the old courthouse museum, which Jefferson Davis actually did a speech at, probably more than once, but when he became the president of the Confederacy, he gave a speech there. But upstairs is still the courtroom set, just like it was back in the day, and it used to be that there was a bust of Jefferson Davis on this table there. And I've seen it many times, but anyway, the guy that ran the museum was very much Secesh. And one day this couple was in there, and they were looking at this statue. And a friend of mine, a great storyteller on there, Toots Malloy, was in the same room with them, and she heard the lady say to the man, "That's just such a nice look."
First day with your new teeth?
She said, "That's a marvelous likeness of Abraham Lincoln." And so Toots thought that was so funny. She went down to the fellow that ran the museum and she told him. Well, that made him mad. He ran up there and he chased the people out of his museum, picked up the bust of Jefferson Davis and took it out. And it never came back to the museum again. In fact, when he passed away, they buried it with him.
Oh, boy. Wow, that's a great story. And then next week on the Mike Weatherford Show, Mike is going to be sitting down with his longtime friend, H.L. Johnson. So as you can read on screen, now what happens when two longtime friends sit down, drop the filters, and just talk plainly? Anything could happen, folks. This is going to be an incredible show. And I'm honored to be the producer of that show. It's going to be a real, from the heart conversation about politics, work, the state of the world. They're not going to argue, but it's about understanding, but different points of view. It's just really going to be good. It's real talk. It's honest talk. And then Sportscast with Jeremy Buckaloo is on Sunday nights. This Sunday, April 18th, will be the second show. Last week we had Henry County football coach, Mr. Wolf, on. You did a tremendous job. But this Sunday, we have Renee Lassiter from the softball. She's the softball coach. So we're looking forward to that show as well.
That'll be fun. Yeah.
It's going to be great. But today is Thursday, and you know what that means.
What does that mean?
It's Thankful Thursday.
Oh, that's right. Today, and I'm thankful.
Hi. Gratitude. I'm going to talk again about gratitude. It isn't just a modern practice. It's deeply rooted in ancient wisdom, particularly the Bible. So this Sunday is Easter Sunday. So to honor it and to honor our faith, tonight we'll explore how gratitude and giving thanks are woven throughout the Scripture. I have my Bible with me. And why they're essential to life and to the faith that we have and the joy that we have. So I'm Rose Owens, your appreciation ambassador. So let's get going here. We're going to start with the Old Testament. In Genesis chapter 8:20, that was the very first record of gratitude, or the first recorded act of gratitude in the Bible. It happened after the flood. I'm going to get my glasses on for this. Noah stepped out into dry land and immediately built an altar to thank God. This moment, it sets a precedent. Gratitude follows deliverance. So when we recognize God's hand in our life, thanksgiving is a natural process. Now, I have a quick story about that. I'd lost my Bible probably a month ago, and I knew yesterday I was going to talk about gratitude in the Bible, and I didn't have my Bible. So last night I prayed to God. I said, you've got to help me find my Bible. I prayed that I would find my Bible. As much as I'd looked in the car, in the house, and this morning, before my coffee, before my gratitude bracelets, I looked at the bookshelf, and there it had fallen between the bookshelf and a box of toys. So I stopped. I got it. I was so happy, and I gave thanks to God. That is, once deliverance, once you ask for something and God actually answers that, that's an opportunity for gratitude. And Noah sets the example in Genesis. Next, I'm going to talk about Psalms. Psalms 100, chapter 4, verse. David, a man after God's own heart, frequently praised God. In Psalms 104, he instructs us to enter his gates with thanksgiving and his courts with praise. Gratitude isn't just an action, it's a way that we approach God. By cultivating a thankful heart, we draw him near. Now, I experienced that myself with my morning prayers of gratitude. I feel close to God. So let's jump into the New Testament. Luke 17:11 through 19. Jesus healed 10 lepers, but only one returned to give him thanks. Jesus asked, were there not 10 cleansed? Where are the other 9? Gratitude is more than just good manners. It's acknowledging God's grace and deepens our faith. The grateful leper wasn't just healed physically, he received a spiritual wholeness. That's pretty special. Now, first, let's go to the Thessalonians, 1 Thessalonians 5:18. Paul gives a powerful command. Give thanks in all circumstances, for this is God's will for you in Christ Jesus. So Apostle Paul says, give thanks in all things. This teaches us that gratitude isn't just for when things are going well. It's a discipline that strengthens our trust in God even during the hardships. I think that's pretty amazing. You know, we sometimes wonder what God expects from us and really what is his will for us. We can be grateful that we have a Bible that helps us to figure this out. So, in conclusion, I'm going to invite you to take action, as I always do. The Bible teaches that gratitude isn't just a feeling, it's a way of life. From Noah to David, from Jesus to Paul, giving thanks is a powerful act of faith. So this week, the week of Easter, let's follow their example. Start each day with gratitude and watch how it transforms your heart and your connection with God and others. It just doesn't get any better than that, if you ask me. So next week, more information on the joy and the power of appreciation and gratitude. And until then, you stay positive, stay strong, and stay grateful. And thank you for watching. Back to you, Keith. Kevin.
Thank you, Rose. Great information. I just love Rose so much. If you want to know more about Rose, go back to the last one, Scott. There you go. Find her on Facebook.com, Appreciation Ambassador, or AppreciationPower.com. Find out more about her and her ways that she could help you out with being more appreciative of the little things in life. That's what it's all about. And then you can also find her beads and other things at Jack Jones down here on the square on 118 North Market Street. She's got a beautiful stand right there with things. Nice, yes. And she's got a brand new thing out which is the gratitude gatherings. It's a beautiful bundle of appreciation where you get the one good thing pen, the one good opener. I don't even know about that one yet. One good opener. That's a new one on me. The gratitude jar, I've seen that, and the bookmark, I've got that. Thank you cards and bingo. Yes, we talked about bingo. Guys, you got to go down there and check it out. And it may seem like, like it's like a no-brainer, but if we have to be reminded to be thankful for things.
Well, you're talking about that. I've got to thank you for something.
No.
Something
what?
very special. The other night when we were having the storms, he and another fellow sat up here through the worst of it, and they kept us aware of what was going on, and I really, really appreciate that more than you know. That was hiding out in my bedroom going, should I go to the basement again? And thinking, y'all are up here in the second story of the school, and thinking about calling you saying, go to the basement, come on, play a CD or something.
Well, Sean Burkhart and I were live here for 7 hours when those storms were coming through. And my concern was just for the safety of everybody in town.
Well, just yesterday I was up by Bell City, up the other side of Cottage Grove, and you could see where the tornado had come through and tore up houses, tore up trees back in there. And that's the same thing that could have happened here.
Yeah, oh yeah, we dodged another bullet.
We did. We were very fortunate, but we were very fortunate to have Kevin and Sean
Burkhart from Sean's Weather Page. A lot of people know that he's got like 10,000 followers on Facebook.
It was to me, it was just absolutely astounding that y'all were so courageous to stay up here and do that.
Thank you. It means a lot.
Well,
Happy to serve. That's why we're here.
Meant a lot to us. It really did.
So now you're not banjo, no banjo, it's a guitar. Did you make that one too?
No, this is a Martin guitar made about 1965.
He was going to give this to me for my birthday, but I said I couldn't take it.
Really? You want me to do something?
Just do a quick song and go out the door. It's almost 7:30. People got to go home.
This is one that we're going to do that night. It's from my Return to Baptist Alleyway song, album. Well, up in the morning I told Mama goodbye. Out on my Schwinn, down this road I fly. Across yellow fields, waving with grain. It's a pretty spring day. I surely hope it don't rain, because I'm off to the river, I'm on my way. A fishing pole and lunch, I'm set for the day. I'll find me a spot where nobody's been. I'll set myself down, throw my line in, because it's 1963 and the fish are waiting on me. You know it is 1963 and the fish are waiting on me. Driving down that old river road, Daddy and me in the car, watching for the wreck of the old Delta King. It's not very far. Up in the morning I told Rose goodbye. Out on my bike down this road I fly. Across yellow fields that are waving with grain. It's a pretty spring day. I surely hope it don't rain, because it's 1963 and the fish are waiting on me. You know it is 1963 and the fish are waiting on me. One more time now, it's 1963 and the fish are waiting on me.
I know that song because that's on the CD that I play on my back porch when I'm working in my yard and I sing. I think he wrote that about me because I was born that year.
That's a great song.
Well, thank you so much.
That was so awesome.
Just beautiful.
Well, that's it for tonight, everyone. Thanks for tuning in. Please be sure to like, follow us, subscribe, all that good stuff, because it really does help us stay on the air for you. Also, stay up to date on important news and information like the upcoming storms. Like next week's supposed to get some more storms.
Oh, no.
So we might be doing live again. So make sure you tune in, stay informed, and stay alert. Be sure to join us again next Thursday at 6:30 p.m. because you never know
what's going to happen here.
Exactly.
On Good Day Paris.
Right. So until then, say it with us.
Have a good day, Paris.
He said, yeah. I said, is your middle name Steve? He said, no. I said, why haven't you stopped me before this? He said, I thought you thought that I looked like a Steve. So